think we was at Oregon together. I mean, just how much he knew the game already. You get him around the right people, he gonna make a lot of plays.
I am embarrassed. I am humiliated. I'm sick at my stomach. Not only was I wrong as I've ever been, I silly me actually thought my Cowboys could win a shootout at Denver today.
Okay, Sean totally trusts this kid. What was your takeaway watching?
They told him he peaked in college, that the promise was gone, that Bo Nix was just another 5-star flameout. But they were wrong, because every time Bo Nix gets written off, he writes a different ending. From Auburn heartbreak to Oregon rebirth to leading a sleeping giant in Denver, this is the rise of a quarterback who refuses to quit. And now the legends of the game, they're taking notice. Today we're hearing what NFL greats actually think about Bo Nix and why he's become utterly unstoppable. KRICH crew, we are back, and look, truthfully, I've been wanting to wear this hat for a while. This one's one of the favorites with the throwback Denver logo. This one I think I got from the 47 website? Yeah, 47 website if y'all want to check it out, if y'all want to hit it up. But we got to talk about Bo Nix because this dude is absolutely torching teams right now. We just saw it on Sunday against the Cowboys. I mean, I know their defense is terrible, but bro absolutely torched it. And you're going to be surprised, especially by what Drew Brees and Tom Brady have to say about him in this video. But as always, make sure that you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know that you guys are enjoying these videos, and make sure that you guys go over to my Instagram and give me a follow. Same exact handle where we are uploading short form videos over there. We're doing our picks, just kind of trying to build a community on Instagram and over here on the YouTube. But now with all of that out of the way, we have to start talking about Bo Nix and just truly how unstoppable he does look this year. As we all know, when he first arrived on the national stage, it appeared as if Bo Nix was a man of destiny. A lifelong Auburn fan who became the Tigers starter as a true freshman, the only way seemed up. And yeah, that was true until, well, his play kind of fell off a cliff while he was at Auburn. It caused the disgraced former 5-star recruit to transfer across the country to Oregon, where he overcame a rough start to emerge as an elite NFL prospect such as Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, and Drake May, especially with his age 24 by draft night, further denting his stock. But one of Auburn's most iconic alumni, Cam Newton, always rated Bo Nix. The 2015 NFL MVP gave a fascinating comp in his pre-draft analysis.
I look at Bo as Brock Purdy. Brock is extremely skillful. He can run when you wasn't expecting, can make all the throws. And when I look at him, he's extremely talented when things are good. Things were good, there was nobody better than Bo Nix. When adversity came into play, there was nobody worser than Bo Nix too. Has all the upside, can make every single throw, and I know, and I will say it again, there's no better quarterback in the draft when in rhythm than Bo Nix. But it's like when he's hot, he's hot. But when he's cold, god damn. I know a very strong take, but
that is a strong one.
That's just what I've observed to be. I think he'll be a steal in the draft.
So come draft night, Nix was the last quarterback selected in the first round, going 12th overall to the Denver Broncos, where he would be in an ideal position to fully fulfill Cam Newton's Purdy comparison. I mean, look, we all know in San Francisco, Brock Purdy, he's got Kyle Shanahan as the offensive guru. And well, in Denver, Bo Nix, he was getting set up with Sean Payton, truly who I think is an even bigger just kind of offensive guru than Kyle Shanahan is. But I don't know, because what Kyle Shanahan's doing over there with backup quarterbacks while Purdy, and then when Jimmy Garoppolo was hurt and all that, that's just crazy. If you're just a backup quarterback, go to the Niners and he'll resurrect your career. Justin Fields, I'm looking at you. But anyway, Sean Payton was another offensive guru notorious for his long and fruitful partnership with Drew Brees to get the most out of him at the next level. And now look, coming into Mile High 2, there are some lofty expectations when you go to the Denver Broncos. That's thanks in large part to Hall of Famers such as John Elway and Peyton Manning, who both brought Lombardi's home to Denver during their respective tenures. Manning actually knew Bo Nix from his time at Auburn and was excited when the Broncos picked him in the draft.
I remember, just talking to Bo when he was thinking about transferring, and so we've kind of stayed in touch, and I'm super happy for him to be here. I think it's a great fit for him, and I can tell how excited, Sean is to have Bo here. Zach Wilson is the one quarterback that I don't know personally, but I reached out to him when he signed. So sounds like they got great competition over there. That's always good, makes everybody better. And so I think the quarterback position is in good shape. And, I think Sean's system is extremely quarterback friendly. I never played in it, but, played against it and watched it and know the success that, Drew Brees had and Tony Romo had. So it's a kind of system that I'd like to play in, right? It's very quarterback friendly.
And now look, as we all know, most quarterbacks, they thrive in Sean Payton's just kind of offensive scheme. So, I mean, really his floor was fairly low, but that's kind of the cool part too, because while his floor was so high, his ceiling was, well, it was Drew Brees or Peyton Manning. And speaking of Drew Brees, he knows Sean Payton better than almost anybody in the NFL and offered Bo Nix some words of wisdom ahead of his rookie campaign.
What is the piece of advice you would give Bo Nix? Because Sean can get hot. Sean's going to be demanding. Your personality can handle it. Is there a piece of advice you'd give Bo Nix?
Yeah, be just as demanding right back to him.
Okay.
Sean likes that. Sean wants to see you confident and sure.
To Nix's credit too, he took the advice and ran with it, and after a rough start, he was able to lead the Broncos to the playoffs as one of the standout rookie performers of the 2024 season. Even 2019's passing leader Jameis Winston, who's worked with Peyton in New Orleans, explains that the coach knew Nix was his guy for quite some time.
I feel like Sean loves challenges, and I think that he had an eye for Bo probably 2 years ago. If you ask Sean, like, when did you think Bo Nix was going to be your quarterback? Sean can go to the date and the time. It's like, I knew at this time Bo Nix was going to be my quarterback. I think he just does a good job of playing to what his players' strength, coaching to what his players' strengths are, and we see that with Bo getting better and better every single week.
Hall of Fame quarterback Kurt Warner similarly praised Nix's improvement in consistent execution as a rookie.
But he can throw it down the field, and he can make plays. And so I've been so impressed with his efficiency of playing the position, of realizing as a rookie, I don't have to do everything. I don't have to throw it down the field all the time. Just play the play. Just play what Coach Payton has given me and be a complementary piece to our defense. And we've got a chance every single time out. And so that to me is what I've really liked about Bo Nix and what they've done offensively is they're not asking this rookie quarterback to do everything. They're not putting it in his hands every single time out. Just play the position, and he's playing the position really, really well.
Even the GOAT, Tom Brady, praised Peyton and Nix's synergy in 2024 as pivotal in the Broncos' offense turning things around.
It's hard to manage a quarterback because you're in the eye of the storm on every play. You touch the ball 70 snaps. So when you have a quarterback that you're trusting who's making good decisions, well, then you want to give him more opportunities. So, and I see that with a lot of play callers as well. When they do trust them, let's be an empty, let me give you 5 different options. Wow. Let me get you out there on the perimeter to make good throws. I'm going to have you manage end-of-game situations. That takes a great developmental coach, and I would say Sean Payton certainly is that. He's a phenomenal coach, and a quarterback that wants to embrace that opportunity to learn a skill set of how to manage a game. Not just, hey, coach, what's the play? Tell me what to do. Coach, tell me the play, but why are we calling that play? Why are we in this situation? Why don't we understand the why behind what we're doing? How do we beat man coverage? How do we beat zone coverage? Why are we calling this play in this situation? And then, okay, I understand why you're doing that. So if we don't get the look we want, I can manage the play as a quarterback and get to the next down while still making a positive play.
And now look, when you've got the GOAT complementing your mindset, yeah, you're probably doing something right. But now look, it's not just offensive guys that respect Nix's game. The Chiefs' star defensive tackle Chris Jones was impressed with what he's seen from the young guy.
I think he had an exceptional year as a young player. Was able to watch him at Auburn and Oregon. I got so much respect for him. Hopefully he continue his journey of continue to get better and better. And they got a heck of a team over there. He's patient. He's decisive. He knows how to manage the game, take a low risk, relies on what he sees, and knows how to make adjustments. He's a winner.
After all, Nick showed out in his meeting with the division champion Chiefs, only losing to Kansas City by way of a blocked field goal at Arrowhead, and his opposite number Patrick Mahomes had this to say. Sean Payton said after that game, Mahomes found him and simply said, "You got one." And now look, that's quite the endorsement to receive from your division rivals. And yes, although Nix's rookie year ended in the wildcard round, the progress he had shown over 17 games led to high expectations for his sophomore effort. In the 2025 offseason, his head coach added fuel to the fire, making a bold assertion on the quarterback's future.
This guy's going to be one of the top quarterbacks in our league for a while. And I think that the people that are seeing him live and the players, who vote on that top 100, like it's not a secret anymore. I mean, I think he's earned that in year two, all the things that you begin to count on, like he's spitting out the plays quicker, he's in and out of the huddle quicker, he certainly can handle the volume. It's been fun to work with.
Since Nix and Peyton are clearly well matched, this kind of hype shouldn't have been too much of a surprise, with the 2025 Denver offense drawing comparison to the coach's best in New Orleans. In fact, Bo Nix spent time with Drew Brees during the offseason to prepare for the big year ahead and clearly left an impression on the first ballot Hall of Famer.
I know Bo was more than excited about coming into this second season, feeling like there was a whole nother level of comfort. Man, he had a great plan for what he wanted to get better at this offseason, where he wanted to improve. Man, he's such a natural athlete, tons of experience coming out of college, 61 college starts. There's a maturity there that, most guys, I think it takes a while to develop. He was a multi-sport athlete, so he's got this skill set and these traits, and I think this demeanor that really lend itself to being, an exceptional NFL quarterback.
But then when Denver stumbled out to a 1-2 start, all of the hype around Nix and his Broncos seemed to evaporate. In desperate need of a win to keep their season alive in a brutal AFC West, Nix stepped up with a 3-touchdown performance against Cincinnati in Week 4 before shocking the Super Bowl champion Eagles in Philadelphia by overcoming a 2-score fourth quarter deficit. Broncos legendary quarterback John Elway explained why Nix was so clutch.
Well, I think that, the one great thing about Bo was he had so much experience in college. I think he had 62 starts in college, and so he's a very mature kid. He's a great competitor. He's a great athlete, can move around, can make all the throws. And so he's just going to continue to grow and grow and grow from this. And I think, like you said, with the way that this win came about is the fact that they're down 17-3 going into the fourth quarter against the defending champs, that for them to keep that mentality, and it starts with Bo. There's no question. It starts with Bo.
Even the former Broncos head coach and defensive mastermind Vic Fangio spoke highly of Nix, explaining the unique threat he possesses for opponents.
I mean, he's a scrambler. He's a competitor. He'll throw the ball in tight places. He runs their offense really well. I think Sean's done a great job bringing him along. And they got their quarterback for the future. They looked long and hard for many years, and have got one.
And then after downing the world champs, Nix led the Jets in a snooze fest in London before finally heading back to Mile High, where he had to face a red-hot New York Giants team. It seemed as if the schedule had finally caught up to the Broncos, who were shut out in the first 3 quarters, yet down 19-0 to open the fourth, Nix rallied the offense to an improbable 33-32 win. 5-time Pro Bowl corner and Super Bowl 50 champion with the Broncos, Aqib Talib, shared his biggest takeaway from Nix's performance.
Man, my biggest takeaway from the game is we need to run Bo Nix more. Once we take the leash off of him, man, we let that be a part of our offense. He runs safe. It ain't like he's out of control and he put his head down. He know what to do. He get down and get out of bounds when he has to. But he's deadly running the football, in my opinion. So I think that can help our offense get cranked up a little bit, man. Take the leash off of him, run him a little bit more, man. And we a better offense when Bo Nix is running the ball. So that's the things that I took away from that win.
And yes, that's right. In a game where Nix had 2 touchdowns and 279 yards through the air, he was still decisive with his legs, adding another 2 scores on the ground at nearly 10 yards per carry. And this is really what kind of just makes Bo Nix just so unstoppable, is he's that sneaky kind of athletic guy that you don't see coming, really. And really, if you kind of find a way to shut down their passing game, he's still going to find another way to punish you, whether it's through the run game with his legs or, well, he'll just try and continue throwing the ball. Given the situation he's in too, with an offensive-minded head coach widely revered as a quarterback guru, With an everybody-eats defense that can play lights out, there's no telling just how far Bo Nix can take this Broncos team in 2025 and beyond. Every era in Denver begins with a spark, and right now the spark wears number 10. Bo Nix has gone from overlooked prospect to franchise cornerstone, earning respect from legends, rivals, and teammates alike. The scary part? He's only getting started.